more robust with the things that you love now, then you're not going to lead up into like martyring yourself for some specific goal that inevitably will become a false summit.
This is the Deep Dive with Adam Roa.
If what you are doing is not something you are passionate about, when life gets hard, there's that fuel that you need to get through that isn't there. It's not there. And so I encourage so many people to do exactly what you said, because that diagramming of what you want out of your life, hopefully the step that what it's doing energetically is helping you identify the things that you're passionate about. When you start to identify what you actually want from your finances and your career and your relationships, my hope is that you start to notice a pattern. You're like, whoa, here's where my passion lies. Here's where I find purpose. Here is that jet fuel that will help me when I'm feeling completely empty and I'm facing these obstacles.
Yeah. And then, so again, whatever you think the opposite. So when you get, by creating the roadmap of where you want to go, hopefully it's illustrious and magnificent and, a rad dream that you can be excited about. And hopefully you're not just being realistic and playing it safe and doing all of those things. Like, make it cool, and make it be something you're like, wow, like, could I? It's like, yeah, go for it. And I think that by making it, you shoot for the stars, you might not hit the stars, but you might wind up on the moon, or however that's set. Like, really, like, make your goals amazing. Make it something that you can be passionate about. And then also recognize that some of the saddest people in the world are the people that have achieved their goals, because they had a story that they've been running, that I will feel a certain way when I make it to the metaphoric moon, which is it's a very little thing to people that they make to the moon. They come back. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? You win in your Olympic gold medal or whatever your thing is. And then you get done. You're like, oh, I feel terrible. I have my narrative, my story is gone. I have nothing to work towards. So it's like, life is, and then that's your first mountain. There's a book called The Second Mountain. That's also a nice reference, and so it's like acknowledging that, one, make your story brilliant, make it amazing. Two, recognize that depending upon what your goals are, there's a good chance you're going to get to that point, and you might be kind of let down unless you had a good time doing it, unless your whole experience was like, like people ask me fairly regularly about like, what's your fitness regimen? And, how do you working out you must work out all the time. I'm like, no, like my life is fitness. Like today, just before this, my chosen activity was to do acro yoga with a beautiful girl in a pool. That was great. A great reason to hang out. Let's hang out. We'll do acro. I'll pick you up, throw you around. Like, this would be fun. And then me and a couple friends, we went in some ruins that were closed. So we had to barter our way into the back door and pay the guy 400 pesos, and sneak in the back. And it was raining and we're running down the thing. And it's like, that was fitness. We climbed a fence. It was raining. That's cold thermogenesis. We're using our eye muscles to look out over the distance. We're in community and connection. We essentially, that was a fitness experience. So if you can start to make it so that your whole life is more robust with the things that you love now, then you're not going to lead up into like martyring yourself for some specific goal that inevitably will become a false summit. And then you get there and you have this letdown. So I think that they're figuring out like how, as soon as possible, like now, how do I make it so that these things, whether I arrive at a false summit or not, I was grateful for the journey because I was doing the things that I love.
There it is. That's a mic drop right there.